great event for all of our truck drivers to come to with their family to compete and really demonstrate their skills. And Kim, this year, this weekend, you actually got to do something pretty neat in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, it was our National Truck Driving Championship, and we had 9 wonderful drivers that are just amazing, skill-wise. They know the book in and out. They have great personalities, and they represent our state very well, and 3 of those went to the final drive-off and made it within 1 or 2 places. I'm not sure on their final scores yet, but they placed very well. Well, there were 5 competitors at the very last finals. So
I mean, that's pretty amazing. So okay, there's 424 truck drivers. In the finals, they had 46. I think it was one class twins that had to have a runoff. So they had 6 people in twins, and that is where Matt Hart out of Elko, right, with FedEx.
Yes.
That's
FedEx
where he competed.
He did.
And then was 5-axle. Was that Eric Flick?
Eric Flick was 5-axle. He was flatbed.
Flatbed.
But I believe it was.
Brandon Hardy was 5-axle.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So Brandon Hardy with XPO, Eric Flick with FedEx.
FedEx, right? Mm-hmm.
So what was cool to me about that whole thing is we had drivers that covered every corner of the state. So we've got Northern Nevada, we've got rural Nevada, we've got Southern Nevada, all covered. But the neat thing to me was, while it would have been great to have any of those individuals, win their class. I think we actually got something better because we had 9 individuals that we sent. And Kim, what was the overall outcome at the TDC for Nevada?
We won the state championship. The guys took home the state trophy.
The team trophy.
Team trophy. Excuse me. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm still a little jet lagged or tired from being there working and volunteering, but well worth it. Such a great event. But yes, and these guys were so excited. I don't know who was more excited, them or me, but they all were. Even the ones that didn't make it to the finals, they were beside themselves, and they're almost like brothers.
So I mean, it's great to have folks from competing companies. We had 3 companies compete this time.
Yes, FedEx Freight, FedEx Express, XPO,
and UPS.
And UPS, yes.
So it's kind of nice to get these competing companies get drivers from drivers from all over the country. But the fact that the Silver State, that Nevada, we took home the team trophy. I mean, gentlemen, congratulations. You did a great job. Made me proud. I was getting a bunch of text messages from all my colleagues, jealous, including that guy on the end there, Mr. Tom Balzer. And, of course, Kim, you're really, kind of there, like, if I say den mother, is that too, am I all right to say that? But
yeah, I don't care. I'm like their cheerleader. It's really hard for me to keep a straight face when I see them, or not show any emotion if they did really good, because that's hard for me to do because I get so excited.
So when you're back there, you're not just back there to take care of the folks. No. So what do you do when you're back there at the National Truck Driving Championships?
This year I was a timekeeper and a scorekeeper, and last year I did chorus, which I've done as a judge several times. But this year I was scoring, so it was really important for me to keep a straight face. And I didn't have them. If my driver came up, I switched with somebody else.
Sure.
So I had a little more opportunity to kind of keep an eye on what they were doing, but it's just incredible. All the guys back there that compete, the men and women were phenomenal.
Now, this to me is a great event. They happen in every state across the country. We are going to have ours again. We don't have a date yet, right?
No, it'll be in June. We don't have a date, and we're looking at locations right now.
In Northern Nevada.
In Northern Nevada.
So Reno, Sparks, outlying areas. So it's going to be up here. But I just want to say to all of our competitors, and Kim, I hate to do this to you on the spot. Do you just want to let everybody know who our competitors were and their companies?
Absolutely. So
we'll start there with Mr. Flick.
Is Eric Flick with FedEx Freight out of Sparks, Matt Hart, FedEx Freight in Elko, and Brandon Hardy with XPO down in Vegas, and that is Bradley Coopery. He is also Las Vegas with FedEx Freight. David Sharp, UPS Reno, and Patrick Nerger, FedEx Express here in Reno. Randy Strumlin, UPS in Reno, and Greg Wilson, also known as James Greg Wilson, FedEx Freight here in Reno, and Robert Finney, FedEx Express down in Las Vegas.
And that guy in the loud suit's Tom Balzer, who's my colleague in the Buckeye State, so
Yes.
who got to present that. So just want to say, hey, gentlemen, congratulations! Thank you for bringing home the trophy. We are very proud here at the Nevada Trucking Association, and proud for you, and proud for our whole state that Nevada was the team to take it home. So just thank you guys, and please sign up, participate. We want to have more drivers. Now these folks, Kim, these aren't newbies. I think everybody here has been to nationals once before, right?
I think that Randy Strumlin, Greg Wilson, David Sharp, Patrick Nerger have been going since, and Bob Finney as well, since I've been here, which has been 8 years.
And I know Brandon Hardy makes it quite a bit too.
He's been yes, and Matt Hart's been a couple of times as well.
Same with it. So I mean, these are these are pros.
They are.
Not just pros in their career, but pros at the TDC. So
And if you're there and you get to witness what goes on with all the drivers from all states, all different companies, it's so nerve-wracking. I get so nervous for these guys just because I can't even fathom the idea of competing against men and women that are just as good as these guys are. And they just are so eager to do such a great job and to bring something home like this. So these guys are just the best.
well, hey, it means a lot. And hey, once again, gentlemen, congratulations. And hey, let's see if we can do a repeat next year, right? I'll be a little greedy. All right. Also want to talk about something. One of my favorite times of year is this time of year, not just for TDC, but this is when we get two of my favorite reports that come out of the American Trucking Association's Trucking Trends and Freight Forecast. This morning, Freight Forecast was released. If you're watching on the live stream, you can see, down at the bottom right here, atabusinesssolutions.com is where you can go and purchase this publication. But it just kind of gives some highlights about our industry and where we're going in the future. So if you look at 2017, 70.1% of all freight was moved by, all domestic freight was moved by truck. If you look at our revenue bill, how much revenue did the trucking industry bring in? Over $700 billion last year was brought in by the trucking industry. 7.7 million people employed. We've got a lot of sevens right there. It'd be great on a slot machine. 7.7 million folks employed. 3.5 million drivers, 1.7 million heavy tractor, tractor-trailer drivers, heavy or tractor-trailer drivers. And then when you look at, who is the driver, what do they look like, our demographics. We are an aging industry, unfortunately. It is one of the issues that, we are having in this industry is how do we attract new folks to come in and be a part of this industry and be as good as the gentleman we just saw on the screen before. We do a great job in terms of attracting people from all kinds of backgrounds. If you look at the demographics, over 40% of our driver population are minorities. We don't do as great with women. 6.2% of our drivers are women, but that is something that we are looking at and want to change. Want to attract more people, all ages, all backgrounds into the trucking industry. It is a great career. If you don't want to go to college, if you have the skills, the patience to really take safety seriously and get behind the wheel of a truck moving 80,000 pounds down the road, we want you. That is something I hear from all of our companies. Hey, we need more drivers. It was funny today, Stuart Varney and Bob Costello, who puts this publication together. We're talking about not just the truck driver shortage, but the truck shortage. We actually have a truck shortage today for folks that are ordering new trucks to replace old ones. I've heard April and May. We are as far out as, April or May of next year if you want to order a new truck and get it in. So, that's, I guess, one of the great things about this industry right now. We are seeing it boom. We are seeing it's growing because the rest of the economy is growing,
Yes.
and we do help drive a lot of that. We are increasing wages. We're seeing wages increase, across the board. So this is a great industry. Really take safety seriously. Love to see it, be a part of it. Hey, I want to thank you once again. I just want to do a little shout out. I'll go back to our drivers. Shout out to all our participants at the National Truck Driving Championships, and really for the folks that competed in the state. The first podcast we did here was about our truck driving championships here in the state. There is going to be another one the end of next month, end of September. Is I think called the Drive for Freedom truck driving championship fundraiser for Wounded Warriors, for veterans programs.
And if anybody's interested in participating, let us know.
So how do they let you know?
They can email or call the office.
Okay, so call the office. You can email Kim.
Yes.
At kim@nevadatrucking.com or call the office 775-673-6111. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Everybody have a great day.